Hey folks, guns, gear, on target training out here in Oregon. Before we get started, if you enjoy our content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love the interactions I get from people. I learn a lot from your comments, so please, please, please continue to share your thoughts, your experiences, whatever you want with us, because that really helps me learn. It helps our subscribers learn as well. Today, I wanted to give an update. This is approximately a 1,500 round update since I put the Radian Arms Ramjet plus Afterburner onto my Glock 45 9mm pistol. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Radian Arms Afterburner, Ramjet and Afterburner, it's a barrel with a fixed compensator that attaches at the end of the slide itself. And where it attaches to, the compensator is actually to the barrel. So what I've found is it is remarkable at reducing felt recoil and keeping the gun flat. Now, some of you who have two normal hands and arms really have no problem locking the gun essentially into a vise. And you watch competitive shooters or people out there on YouTube who are really quick and accurate. It's because all the slide is doing is reciprocating. And that's because the grip that they have on that pistol is so aggressive that literally the only thing that's moving is the slide back and forth. Frank Proctor, for those who follow Frank, if you watch his videos, it looks like the gun is a airsoft gun. I mean, he shoots so fast and so accurately. Jerry Micklick, I mean, you can go down a whole list of people, and really what they're doing is they are gripping the gun so tightly that the only thing that is moving is the slide straight back, just one bum, 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 as fast as they can press the trigger, which means they can stay on target because their sights or their red dot optic is staying right there on the target. Long explanation of why some people this may not seem like worth the money, because it is pricey. It is pricey. But as someone who can really appreciate mitigating recoil with whatever tools possible, having this on there is absolutely remarkable. So what I found is I can shoot faster, much faster, and stay on point, on target, much easier, regardless of the type of ammunition I shoot. So if I'm shooting some, powder puff reloads, 147 traveling about 900 feet per second, maybe 950, like that's no problem whatsoever. I don't need a compensator. But if I'm shooting more jacked up ammunition, NATO spec ammunition, something like that, I generally get more muzzle flip or muzzle rise, and I have more felt recoil. So I have to work harder every time the comes up to drive that front sight back to where I want it, right? And I'm not just allowing it to settle, I am trying to drive it back. What's great about this setup, my friends, is when that happens, because the venting of essentially of the compensator, the port here is pushing the spent gases up that are as the bullet travels down the barrel, as the bullet head travels down the barrel, it's actually keeping that muzzle down toward the target. So in summary, guys, if you're looking for something and you have the money, right? Because there's a big case to be made that said, would you buy, this Radian Arms Ramjet and Afterburner, do the whole thing, or buy another case of ammunition? Hey, quite frankly, if you're new to shooting or newer to shooting, buy another case of ammunition. A case and a half, whatever it is, so expensive these days. But, fire that 1,000 rounds in that case, or even better, buy 500 rounds and go study Take a class with someone, because you can't develop your proficiency unless you've got some instruction and if you're not practicing what you learned. So please, 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 if you want to get better at your shooting, yes, you need to practice. There's no doubt about it. I practiced yesterday and some of it was not so pretty. We're shooting dot torture, and I'll show you this here. And I was nailing it. And then dot number 4, in that section, I had a trigger match. And literally I was feeling so good. I'm like, okay, I'm in the groove. And all of a sudden my concentration lapsed and I just pressed the trigger. I just anticipated recoil. And sure enough, that shot is down and to the right where I'd expect it. And it just made me laugh because it's a perfect example of how proficiency is determined by practice, the right kind of practice, and being accountable to yourself for what you need to do to change. The last thing I leave you with is set up your phone the next time you go to the range or whatever recording device you have to validate that what you think you're doing is exactly what you are doing. So as one of the advantage of me making videos fairly frequently is I get to see all my bad habits. And trust me, there are a lot of them. I also get to see my range scars, right? Things that I have to do at a certain range because it's required or the rules say that way. And then when I step off that range and I go to another range where I can perhaps do that thing, I'm like, why am I doing this? So be aware of your training scars. Well, folks, here's the bottom line. If you have the money and you have a Glock 19 or a Glock 45 like this one, get the Radian Arms Ramjet Afterburner. It's amazing, in my opinion, and I strongly endorse this. Like, I'm not paid. I went out and spent the money to buy it, and I was like, it's a lot of money. Is this going to be worth it? Maybe I should just buy some more ammo or take another class. I am so grateful that I bought this. So if you're interested in this, check them out. Radian Arms Ramjet Afterburner. And as you saw in this video, there's not a lot of a muzzle movement. For a guy with a fairly significant handicap, I'm able to control the pistol, stay on the sights, and get the hits. All right, folks, that's all we got for you today. Again, if you like the video, make sure you share it and you comment. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching what we do. Finally, and as always, stay safe. All right, more accurate, much more accurate. That time, no reloads. We had 1 out. Again, I'm getting better hits when I just slow down. I'm not worried about the reloads, but that's a good drill, really good drill.